Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, we are going to be doing a reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. So if you would like to manifest a more specific message from the reading, I do recommend liking the video and subscribing to the channel, as these are forms of energetic transference that do tend to allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. Now, right away at the bottom of the traditional tarot, we have the Magician card. And for some reason, when I pulled this card, I saw the image of someone on the top of a mountain peak. And just like in this image where there is the magician holding what appears to be some kind of a wand up in the air, that's kind of what I saw this person on the mountaintop doing, like holding something up in the air, almost like signaling some type of a victory, as though they made it to this peak of the mountain. They conquered something. And I feel that the energy I'm picking up on is that of someone listening here who has had some kind of victory or conquered something in their life. Now, if this isn't happening for you at the moment, I might be speaking futuristically. So there might be some kind of major breakthrough or major victory on the horizon for you. But the second card at the bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. So this may be related to some kind of partnership or collaboration coming together in your life. You might have a breakthrough on some type of project related to your hobbies, your passion, your career that involves collaborating with someone in a really positive, mutually beneficial way. But for many of you, this could relate to a major breakthrough in a romantic partnership. So this could be some type of connection really coming into balance or harmony. This also could be some major breakthrough in the form of you connecting with someone new romantically that brings this powerful sense of balance and a sense of partnership into your life. I am hearing for someone very specifically that you may have felt very unsupported in the past, or as though you were doing things alone, and you no longer are going to have to be doing things on your own. You're going to be achieving these breakthroughs, achieving these victories, but you're also going to be feeling much more materially and physically supported in that process. Now, again, this could apply to your life in more of a general sense, where for a while you were holding that baton, that wand, kind of on your own. You were climbing the mountain on your own. You may have been very hyper independent. And now you might be shifting into this new phase where you are magnetizing in soul family, people who are going to connect with you, collaborate with you, or provide some sense of support and some sense of companionship in a very soul-based way that I feel you haven't experienced in this lifetime previously, at least not to this extent. Now, again, for others of you, this could be in the workplace. So I'm getting the sense that for someone specific listening, you may have been working towards some kind of goal, dream, or endeavor, whether this is related to your passions, related to your work. And this may have been a vision that you had to hold very much on your own, where people around you may have either not been supportive or not been able to see your vision. You may have been, again, kind of, I'm hearing, trying to wear many different hats to make things work on your own. Whereas now you are entering this phase the next phase of your evolution where you are going to be so much more materially supported by certain people, influences, or things around you. This could be in the form of literal support, abundance, material things coming in to support that soul's mission, purpose, or whatever you're doing in your work or career that is coming up as being very integral to your mission as a soul. And for others of you, this support may be less materially focused and more so feeling like you're part of a team, feeling like there are others who are on your side or who are helping you to manifest this vision into reality, who are seeing your vision along with you and collaborating with you. Now, again, always only take the messages in all of my reading videos, how they are connecting with your own intuition, because it's my only goal through these readings to reconnect you with that intuitive voice within yourself. So for some of you, these messages may not be applying at all. For others of you, this could be very exclusive to a certain area of your life where these shifts are taking place, whether it's in your work, your career, your life generally, or your romantic relationships. But I want to zero in on this harmonious partnership that you seem to be attracting in. For those of you who are resonating with this as being some kind of harmonization of a romantic partnership, I'm hearing a lot of happiness is here for you in your love life or is soon coming into your love life. And you've been very intuitively guided into that place of happiness. The reason that this romantic situation is coming together, harmonizing or balancing out, or maybe for some of you manifesting for the first time into your life, is because you've been in this high priestess energy and you've been refusing to compromise in that energy as well. Because what I'm picking up is you've been valuing and prioritizing your own inner alignment above all else. I'm hearing individual path. So this may have led you along a very individualized pathway where, as we mentioned before, you did have the courage to climb that mountain on your own, to hold that vision for yourself, even if many people around you were unsupportive or didn't understand why you were moving and operating in the way that you were and are. But now it's really beginning to pay off in a major way because others are beginning to see that vision that you've been holding for yourself, or they soon will be. And in addition to that, you are attracting in a lot of social or material or romantic support in the form of literal individuals coming into your life to collaborate with you, to emotionally support you along the way, to see your vision along with you. And again, if you aren't yet seeing this in your life come into full form, know that this could predictively be speaking to something really beautiful that is aligning for you behind the scenes, that is coming together for you. So this might be that sign of confirmation for you not to compromise in that high priestess place of empowerment and self-trust, to continue following your intuition, trusting yourself, taking action as you feel guided, even if it looks very different from how people around you may operate within their own lives. Now, can I get more information on this romantic partnership? I'm hearing this is someone, again, you've connected with this person because you've had the courage to stay in that high priestess energy, to keep trusting yourself, to keep following your intuition. It's ironic because you may have been very individually focused on some personal dream, goal, or desire, or simply on bettering yourself, reconnecting more deeply with yourself, cultivating a stronger sense of self-love. But those individual pathways of self-reconnection that you've been taking within yourself have, as an unexpected byproduct, been actually aligning you with this really powerful soul connection romantically. Now, for some of you, this could be someone you've already been romantically connecting with in this lifetime, and this might be the ironing out or the harmonization of that specific connection. For others of you, this is someone entirely new. Only you can know how this connects for you personally. I do see with the Seven of Wands in the reverse position, Interesting. The energy of someone giving in. I'm picking up on a very, very different energy here with the Page of Wands reversed. This is not your energy, most likely. More than likely, this is someone externally connected to you. This is someone who may be very free-spirited in their own life. They might travel frequently. They might move very frequently. This is such an interesting energy. This is someone who you may have considered to be insensitive to your feelings, someone who may have discouraged you, or if it's romantic, this may have been someone who caused you some kind of heartbreak in the past. This is someone who's giving in on something or admitting something. What is this person admitting or feeling defeated by? Okay, so introspection has led them to this point of feeling defeated by something in their life. I want to say they're almost feeling defeated by their own patterns. This may have been someone who, if this is not a romantic situation especially, this may have been someone who talked negatively about you or may have been very insecure in your presence. If this is a romantic situation, they may have had people around them who were insecure about you being in that High Priestess energy. I literally got chills when I looked back to that High Priestess card. So I feel that's an indication that you have this powerful triggering effect. And when I say triggering, I don't mean that in a negative sense. I mean, you trigger the activation of people's true inner spiritual selves. And yes, that can be triggering as well in what we traditionally think of as the negative connotation of that word triggering. Because if someone isn't fully ready to merge with their inner spiritual self and they come across someone in their High Priestess energy as you are, they can actually project out those insecurities onto you. And I'm hearing that if this is a romantic person, they may have had people from their past or people in their life. It's interesting I said from their past. They may have actually cut these people out of their life since the two of you last connected, but these others in their life may have actually spoken negatively about you, but these were just projections of their own insecurity. I'm seeing a lot of imbalanced root chakra energy specifically around these individuals, so they were really lacking stability in their own life and dealing with a lot of their own deeply subconscious fears and anxieties. But because they weren't willing to become actively conscious of those things, instead they projected them out onto you. And I feel that as a result of that, this person may have acted insensitively towards you because of how they were being influenced by these others, or this may have just been one other person. And ultimately, I feel that they were pushed to a point where they were isolated or may have isolated themselves from these individuals because they realized that they were toxic or not healthy for them. But they were forced in that isolation to introspect. And that introspection has brought to the surface for them with the Knight of Swords reversed that they may have missed a major opportunity with you here. Now, again, for many of you, this will be romantic, but this equally could be a business connection from the past, a coworker, a friend, a family member. Take this however it's connecting for you. And of course, for others of you, this may not relate to your circumstances at all. But I want to know more about how this person is feeling now. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. I underestimated how important you are in my life. So I feel that you had a very positive, uplifting benefit energetically on this person. I'm hearing you were their mediator in the spiritual realm. Now, of course, we all have a direct access to connection to the spiritual realm, to our own source. So it's not that they needed that mediator. It's just that this was someone very disconnected from their own source, from their own spiritual self. And I feel that whether you were doing this consciously or unconsciously, your presence in this person's life was acting as a kind of go-between in the spiritual realm. It's like just being around you provided them with this sense of comfort, this sense of protection, spiritually speaking, this sense of energetic upliftment, but they didn't consciously realize that you were the source of those things. I'm hearing good luck. So they may have noticed that they had good luck when they were around you, and they didn't make the connection that these weren't just coincidences, these positive things that were happening in their life during the time that they were more connected to you was because, again, you were this high priestess in their life. You were, in a sense, this mediator for them in the spiritual realm, but they took that for granted, and they're now realizing that they underestimated the importance of your presence in their life. And this introspection they've experienced through self-isolating or being more by themselves has really pushed through that realization. So I'm going to be reshuffling the cards here. And in the extended version of this reading on Patreon, we will be taking a closer look at what this person is currently thinking and feeling towards you, as well as how they might take some kind of action towards you, whether they'll be taking action potentially, and if so, what they might be doing or communicating towards you. So the link to those extended messages in our Patreon reading is in the pinned comment and description box under the video. If you are new to the channel, keep in mind I do channel these collective readings every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on those times and days, there is an extended version of the reading channeled 3 times per week on Patreon as well. So when you join our beautiful Patreon Soul Tribe, you get access not only to this extended reading, but to all previous extended reading videos as well. So with the 9 of Swords in the upright position, this is about someone reaching their breaking point. This may be someone who's receiving some kind of negative projection of energy from people who have been talking about them, and this is subconsciously overwhelming them, meaning receiving this negative energy is overwhelming their subconscious, but they might not be fully aware of what's going on. I see someone just laying in bed, so this might be leading to a lot of tired energy, a lot of feeling very disoriented, very out of sorts emotionally or physically, without really knowing why. Now, this could be your energy, but this also could be someone who is connected to you, and that's why they're coming up in this reading. This could be a friend, a family member, a loved one, or someone romantic to you. This is definitely someone reaching what they might be calling a breaking point from their human perspective, but it's actually a transformation point because it's meant to be a jumping off point to push them into a positive transformation. Just like they say, when you hit rock bottom, it gives you kind of a launch pad for being able to push your way back up, to propel yourself back up. And that's almost what I see happening with this individual. Like they've reached what they might be feeling is a low point or a rock bottom, but it's actually meant to propel them upwards. So with the Queen of Swords upright, this could possibly be a feminine energy. Of course, when I use these labels, masculine and feminine, these are labels to describe energy dynamics, and we all do have a balance internally of both the divine feminine and divine masculine energies. So you could take these to resonate with your internal masculine or feminine, or to some external person or situation. I will say as well, because I was getting this earlier in the reading, that many of you connecting here will be resonating as the divine feminine, whereas that person that was coming up who feels that they may have missed an opportunity with you, that was most likely a masculine energy. But of course, take these as they connect. For some of you, those labels could be reversed. But I will say that this person coming up here seems to carry a bit more feminine energy. So this could be a friend, a family member, or even something happening with your internal feminine. This person is learning to stand up for themselves, to set positive boundaries, They may have been very stuck on some kind of choice that they have to make. And I'm hearing one option within this choice is very self-supportive, and one option is very self-sacrificial. And it's almost like they've been torn as to whether they're going to choose the path that is self-supportive, but possibly more unknown, possibly considered more unconventional by society, or whether they're going to choose the path that is more self-sacrificial, but maybe more predictable and more acceptable by society. Of course, this could apply to any area of life here. There may be someone involved in this situation who's coming up as a King of Pentacles reversed. So this could be a masculine who's very materially focused. This could even be a feminine who is choosing to walk away from a connection with the masculine, where either the masculine themselves is very superficially focused or materially focused, or a situation where they are choosing a path that is very self-supportive to their soul, very nourishing to them emotionally, but that carries a lot of unknowns when it comes to outcomes in the material physical world. They may have built up a lot of physical material security with this specific masculine energy. This could even be a job that the job itself kind of carries that masculine energy, and the feminine is choosing to walk away from this path or this career that feels very secure in the material world, but isn't supportive to her soul, isn't feeding her soul or really feeling aligned with who she is at a deeper core soul level. So again, take this however it is connecting for you here. I will say that you might, or whoever is dealing with this situation around you, whether it's you or someone connected to you, they might be feeling like a lot of people have eyes on this situation. With the Three of Cups reversed here, there's this sense of people talking about it, people gossiping about it. I'm hearing the talk of the town. So that might be playing a role in this decision as well. But ultimately, I do see that I'm hearing when you choose to support yourself, you will be supported. The universe will support you as you choose to support yourself, to nourish your own soul, to trust the inner guidance coming from within, wherever that's leading you, even if it looks very unconventional to others. And I see you actually ultimately receiving a lot of positive recognition for those self-supportive choices you are making, even if at the time or in the moment it seems the world is against you. Over time, I see that people will see the positive results, the victories that you're going to achieve as a result of having listened to your heart. It's like receiving this recognition, but in a heart-based way, meaning you followed your heart, you lived in alignment with your truth, and then you're receiving this positive recognition from others. But of course, at that point, you don't need the validation. It's almost like you're receiving it because you no longer need it, because you had the courage to follow your heart, to live in alignment with your truth. And that created this highly magnetic energy that ultimately attracted in that support and that recognition and that praise, regardless, even though you're in this stance of no longer needing to be validated in that way. Now, for some of you, that might be an energy you're beginning to shift into already. For others of you, that might be futuristic. Of course, time doesn't exist at the level of energy. So when we channel messages here, we could technically be speaking about the linear past, present, or future. Okay, so I'm going to be reshuffling the cards here, and I'm going to be going to the Energy Oracle cards deck just to see if there is anything else I can channel for the beautiful divine feminines listening. And right away we have the throat chakra card. So I see someone coming in here with communication. Of course, the throat chakra is connected to communication. The two cards to come out from one of the decks are Fall and Twin Flames. So fall can stand literally for the season of fall or autumn. There might be major changes happening in the season of fall, which of course will depend on which hemisphere of the world you are living in. For some of you, that might be currently taking place. For others of you, you might be shifting into the season of fall in the coming months. around September of this year. But I'm hearing that some kind of answer is coming in or some sign of confirmation through communication that someone is giving you. This might be a twin flame situation as well, because we do have the card twin flames. I'm just getting a lot of passionate energy around this situation as well. Do keep in mind that for some of you, this may be a high-level soulmate. This may not necessarily be a twin flame connection. So only take that as it does connect for you. Can I get more information about this communication coming in? Someone doesn't want to run anymore, whether it's a literal removing themselves from the connection or internally trying to emotionally disconnect themselves. I see that someone is no longer willing or able to self-disconnect from this connection. They're feeling a lot of passion towards you. This may be someone who is dealing with a karmic partner or karmic relationship where some sense of obligation or conventionality tied them together with this karmic person. Can I get more information about this karmic situation? So this was someone who provided them with a sense of artificial support just by being around physically. But what this person is coming to realize is that you are the one truly holding their heart, that just because someone is with them physically doesn't mean that person is truly supporting or connecting with their soul. And equally, someone like you can be so physically apart from them and yet feel so close to them at a spiritual level. That's really what has caused this person to do some deeper thinking, because they're realizing distance really doesn't matter when it comes to the feelings of passion they have for a person, because they may have had a karmic partner or person that's either currently around them or was around them in the past. And this person was very close physically, geographically, but they didn't feel passion for them, whereas you seem to be at some distance, whether it's an emotional distance, a physical distance, whatever the case is, yet they're feeling such intense passion for you that isn't dissipating. And that is part of how this person has realized that they're not going to be able to disconnect or disengage from the way that they are feeling about you. Again, you are the one holding their heart here. And I feel they may even come right out and communicate this to you in some way, because again, we're getting a lot of throat chakra activating kind of energy here. We also have the third eye chakra. So this is the seat of intuition. This absolutely indicates that this is someone really beginning to clearly hear and listen to their intuition about you and about the connection. I'm laughing because of course we get the yin yang card reversed, and this is my number one twin flame card in the deck. So again, this very well could be a twin flame situation that is at some kind of distance or in what we might call separation. Although, of course, there is no true separation at the spiritual level. These soul connections are deeply embedded within us as a soul. They are part of our divine blueprint here on earth. But I see with Storm Warning reversed, it's almost like this person has come to terms with the fact that yes, the two of you may be disconnected in some type of way, but that they are feeling a kind of intense passion for you that no other person was able to summon up within them. And I'm hearing that they're along for the ride here. I know that's a weird way of saying it, but it's almost like they're realizing they better buckle up because this ride isn't stopping. They are in this connection emotionally. Even when the two of you are physically disconnected, they are deeply connected to you spiritually all the time. And that's becoming so clear to them that this isn't dissipating, that this isn't going to be something that they can disengage or disconnect from. Now, with that being said, in the extended version of the reading, we will be looking more deeply at how this particular person is thinking and feeling consciously from a human perspective at this time. We'll also be looking at how this connection could potentially move forward in the future. Of course, you are the creator of your life. so you can choose to align with any outcome or reality or timeline that you desire to connect with. So when we talk about reading into the future, we're really just talking about sensing into timeline potentials, the strongest timeline potentials based on the current energy. But of course, when you shift your current energy, you can opt to align with entirely brand new timeline trajectories. So all of that additional information will be on Patreon, which is linked in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. For now, I am going to be closing this first YouTube reading with the Rumi Oracle card, Commitment. So I'm just going to read a short message from the guidebook here. And the guidebook says, "The awakened heart is like a lantern. Keep it sheltered from the turbulence of the winds of desire." Rumi. We are candles lit by the one great flame. The breath of life does not extinguish us. On the contrary, it only serves our flame to blaze brighter. Here in the temple of one love, there is no flickering or smoke to our flame. We are natural in our purpose, simply to bring the warmth and light of love to life. We dance though we are stillness. We are on fire though we do not burn. Rumi. There is a flame that must be safeguarded. In truth, it can never be extinguished. It is the light that never goes out. Even with such enduring power, our recognition and respect of this flame is essential to human development. This flame is holy and lies within each human heart. When the flame is recognized for its worth, it ceases to flicker and smoke, becoming very still. In the stillness, the light can fulfill its destiny to shine so brightly so as to reveal every path, absolutely clear and without wavering in the fluctuations of fear and attachment. Okay, so that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading today. Thank you so much again for sharing your own powerful, unique, energetic frequency with the reading. Know that simply by being present here, you are literally an active co-creator, a co-manifester of all of the messages that come through these reading videos. And I am so appreciative of each and every one of you who are here. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And if you do feel a resonance with my energy, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post more energy updates, inspiration, and information. In addition to all of that, I do have a recently launched Subliminals meditation app in both the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. This app is called Sound and Soulful, and within the app, I share with you my personal library of over 130 subliminal meditations designed to help you reprogram your subconscious mind and manifest your desires in life. So if you are interested in downloading the app and trying out my subliminals with a 7-day free trial account, the link to do so is in the description box near the very bottom, or maybe even at the very bottom of the description box of the video. Thank you so much again for being present here. I'm sending you all huge amounts of love and light energy. Have a wonderful remainder of your day, and I will connect with you here again in Friday's reading.